Here we have a new 2023 Ford Maverick, and this one comes in the XL trim level. This color is going to be your shadow black, and then the interior consists of black onyx cloth. And for our powertrain, we get a 2.5 liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine, mated with that electric motor. And then all of that is run through a continuously variable transmission. And as we get to the front end here, really like the headlamps. We have LED headlights. Just a really, really nice look, even on this base trim level. And as we come around to the wheels here, these are going to be 17-inch steel wheels. And there is our driver door panel there. We have our power door locks here, power windows. We can lock our rear windows here, and then plenty of space in the door trim for holding cups or thinner objects. Very interesting look here for this door panel. You know, you normally have like a cutoff there so you can actually hold objects, or it comes up higher, but it's just open. So that was intriguing, for me at least. And then we have our headlamp controls. And then we can open our gas cap there. And there we have our manual driver's seat. But now let's go ahead and check out the rear seat room. I'm gonna hop in here. And actually not bad legroom for this to be a small pickup truck. I have the seat in front of me adjusted for someone of my size, being 6'3", and that's actually a pretty comfortable position for me. But I love how the seat is made. It doesn't take up a lot of unnecessary space, and then you have that hump there so you can actually fit your kneecaps behind the seat, and I could actually ride like that for a second as opposed to having them right there. So like I said, not bad. It's not great, but this isn't a full-size pickup truck either. Have a 12-volt back here. I do like that we have the clothes hangers and then grab bars on 3 out of 4 doors. Just look at that there. You can hang your work shirts if you're going on a business trip. And we have our fuel filler there. And I want to give a shout out to Auto Collection of Murfreesboro for allowing me to review this truck today. I'll leave a link below if you want to buy it in the description. And so far the engine has been off for several minutes. It's pretty impressive. And there's the bed there. And the engine's been off for several minutes. It just now cut back on. So it's going to charge that battery while it's idling. And here's our manual front passenger seat here. And so far, it seems to me like you actually get quite a bit of standard technology in general for this to be a base model, basically a work truck from Ford. So far, pretty impressed with it. But now let's go ahead and take a look under the hood here. And with this being the hybrid, I'm interested to see how everything looks under here. But there's a 2.5 liter hybrid powertrain there. A lot of orange wires and a lot of black wires, so I'm sure that's fun to work on. But now let's go ahead and hop in the driver's seat. So we have our standard vinyl wrap steering wheel here. It actually feels really good for it not to be leather. Pretty impressed by that. But over here to the screen here, we get AM, FM, and Bluetooth audio. And then we have a couple apps there. There's our phone there. Once everything's added on there, you can customize a bit more. But then here are all of our settings. So we can adjust our Bluetooth connections, change the name. And then you also get your Wi-Fi hotspot as well, if you want to turn that on. There's our backup camera, and I do like that we get the guidelines that follow you as you turn the steering wheel. And then down here we have actual buttons and knobs, so that's for volume, tune. Then we can use a track list or radio station favorite control there. Mute button here. Or excuse me, sound setting button here. It looked like a mute button, I apologize. And then we can cut the screen off here. Now down here we do get single zone automatic climate controls. We can toggle the auto there, fan speed, direction of the airflow, and then our temperature here. And then we have a USB-C and a USB-A port there. Tons of storage here, which I really like. I can place my phone here while it's running off of that. My passenger has a phone, they can put one there. And then I have a little pocket for change. And then 2 cup holders, and another storage pocket, and then another storage pocket. So very, very nice. And then to shift the CVT, we do have just rotary knobs. We turn with our foot on the brake, reverse, neutral, and then we have drive, and then we can go to our low mode there. And I think that actually should dial up our regenerative braking. And then we have an electronic parking brake. Just pull up to engage, hit the brake, press down to disengage. Then over here we can go through our drive mode. So we do have several: normal, tow haul, slippery, eco, and then sport. And then we have our traction control. We can turn that off here, and we have an automatic brake hold we can toggle here. And then our center console cubby space, pretty good size. I do like this. Even though this is a base model, we do get a sunglasses holder there. So really nice to have that. And there's a view of the back seat from up here. And here's our glove compartment with owner's manuals. And we also have our window sticker, which I will show you. So there's everything that comes standard on this truck, which this is about as base as you can get. And there's the original sticker price there. And this is rated for 40 miles per gallon in the city. That's crazy. So I'm sure this went for much more than the sticker price, I guarantee you. But over here to the left side of the steering wheel, cruise controls. Then we have volume controls, and there's our mute button there. And then we have our voice recognition. And then these are Bluetooth or trackless radio station favorite controls here. And then these buttons up here are for our digital area of the gauge cluster. So I can scroll through different views there. And then I have a back button as well if I get too far into something. Turn signals there, high beams there, and we have our windshield wiper controls. And of course, toggle our fluid there. And I just want to kind of dive into the gauge cluster on this left side a little bit. So of course, this is going to show your regenerative braking, how much power you're giving or getting from the actual engine to help with your fuel consumption. So that's always fun to kind of see how efficient you can get. And then we just have a key. There's a fob there, and then you actually do have a metal key there that you stick into the ignition.